So far, I've been building all of the apps on this channel on my own, which also meant that so far, all of the apps on my channel have basically died with their launch. And also, it gets a little bit lonely to do this all by yourself. So this time, I'm going to build an app with a friend of mine, Jan, who I've known now for like 10-15 years. So we blocked off a week, he booked his flights, and then we started brainstorming an idea, which probably was stupid. We probably should have had the idea in advance, but ultimately, we settled on narrate. And the main idea of this is very simple. How cool would it be if you can have a sports broadcaster narrate your everyday life?
All right, let's go.
In order to narrate any video, we first had to generate a transcript automatically. And for my first proof of concept, I used a video of my cat fighting me on the balcony. My idea here was this. I will take screenshots every few seconds of the video, put it all together with some context, send it to ChatGPT, and then it should generate the transcript for me. And it honestly works pretty well. Here's, for example, the first one, which is, here we go, Nicholas approaches a balcony window where Gigi the cat is perched. He reaches out, and Gigi stands tall, blah, blah, blah. And you also see that here there are some tags in between that sort of give the language model, the text-to-speech model, the idea of like how it should say those, right? So at the beginning it goes fast, it's 20% louder, and so on. Right now, the thing that I'm most concerned about is actually that if I send a video of 25 seconds, in this case, how does the transcript fit the length of the video? And timing is honestly the hardest thing to get right. And to test this out, we trained a small text-to-speech model, created the audio from the transcript, and then wanted to see how it lined up. But that was the next problem. With the type of training data that we had, our text-to-speech model, I'll just let you experience that.
Here we go. Nicholas approaches the balcony window where Gigi the cat is perched. He reaches out, and Gigi stands tall. Look at that sass. Nicholas tries to make his move hand out. He's negotiating with Gigi on his phone. Nicholas points again. Gigi's unfazed.
I think we're fucked.
Holding her ground.
Especially since the bad voice was the least of our problems at that time. The hosting cost for that AI model would be around $1,000 to $2,000 a month, which is insane. And besides that, there were licensing problems with the model, the time it actually took to generate the audio, and a lot more problems, which meant that by the end of day one, I was convinced we'd have to switch products anyway. So I didn't even put a shirt on for the evening demo, because I thought there wouldn't be even a video on this.
Here we go. Nicholas approaches the balcony window where Gigi the cat is perched. He reaches out, and Gigi stands tall. Look at that stance. Nicholas tries to make his move hand out. He's negotiating with G.
Wow.
Gigi swipes at him. Incredible.
The voice sounded a bit better because we cleaned up our training data, but on day 2 we changed everything. Instead of training our own model, we decided to use an external service which got rid of the incredible hosting fees, the licensing problems, and if the product ever took off, we could always build our own model later. Which now meant I just had to integrate the external service into my code, which went pretty smoothly, and then merge the audio with the existing video, which was a lot harder. What I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna again send my video here, the Gigi video. It will create screenshots from the video, it will transcribe those screenshots, and will turn it into what a commentator might say about it, a live sports broadcaster. It's gonna then turn that into an audio, and then it's going to put the video together with the audio. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but let's just see.
Text. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas and Gigi are in action. Nicholas approaches the window while Gigi holds her ground. What a standoff. He reaches out, tempting Gigi with his hand, but she swats back. Whoa! Nicholas pulls out his phone, still engaging as Gigi stands defiant. Will she jump? Will she stay? The suspense is real.
That
and there you have
is
it,
fucking amazing.
Brilliance.
I love it. Okay, so the narration was a bit short, but holy shit, that's cool.
Which means the proof of concept is done and it all works. Now the only thing left to do was to create an actual website for this and make it work securely and reliably on a cloud server. So I started with a very simple front end just to be able to have a quick demo in the evening.
Alright, so
Where are we at?
I've built a front end. Jan has not seen any of this. And you've created some kind, or you downloaded some kind of file,
Yeah.
right? That we're now going to test this out on.
Wait. So that's basically the title of the video, more or less.
Okay.
So I didn't add up too much.
Okay. So now if I click submit, what should happen? So I haven't gotten this file that it gets displayed here. And
Well,
everything.
basically that looks better than all I did the whole fucking day. But okay, it's another kind of story.
Yes. So right now, what it basically does is it sends it to the backend, and we just get back the ID, and with that, I can find it now.
So this is the finished.
This is the file. Yeah, this is the
Okay.
finished file.
Okay, well.
He's hitting the microwave, checking on that meal, and now he's darting across the kitchen, down the hallway, dodge those toy bricks. Outside, flying with the trash bag and sweeping the path, weeding like a champ. Back inside, grabbing that laundry straight into the washer. He doesn't stop, painting the hallway, zooming back into the room just to pick those toys up. He's on fire. Back to the kitchen, checking the microwave, and boom, meal's ready or not. Spins and catches it.
Wow, that's
That
crazy.
that was honestly the best video I think he could have picked, because I think everything happened in 2 seconds, and we take a screenshot every
Wow.
2 seconds.
Wow, that's ridiculous. Good.
Right?
I didn't expect it. Okay, that was actually fun.
But that was-
can you just replay it?
Nope. While I was building the product, Jan created the design for the website, and his main focus during the week was branding, design, and marketing, while I just had to turn all of that into a functional website. And after the demo the previous day, I thought this would be smooth sailing, but this was actually the roughest day of the week. I wouldn't have thought that 8 hours later I would be at this stage, which is basically just exactly the same place I was 8 hours ago. But that's the thing, like, with these projects, yes, I would like to make money of this, but for me also very important is to just learn more and make cool videos. And for me, it's way cooler when you don't actually know how something works and you figure it out.
Oh, wow.
Than just, coding something up that you know will definitely work for sure. So every project that I do on this channel, I don't know whether it's going to work out the way I want it to, which is also why you have days like these where things will just not work. If you have those days, it always feels like wasted time, right? You sit here 8 hours, you do this, and nothing seems to work. But exactly those days will then make it so much easier to build this stuff in the future. So even though it feels like no progress, and it's one of the worst kind of feelings you can have as a developer very often, these days are necessary to get you to the next level. After getting it finally all to work on the end of day 3, it was now time to put it online, and I quickly realized my infrastructure was just not making any sense. Having a backend and then having another front end that is a full stack app with a backend just makes zero sense. And I know that. But yesterday, I was too tired, I was a bit sick, and excuses. So I spent the first 2-3 hours completely rewriting, which was actually fun, but wouldn't have been necessary if I thought a bit more about it beforehand. And then I ran into the next problem. But right now the problem is that I'm running out of memory on the hosted server, which is obviously a lot less powerful than my MacBook here, and just crashes immediately. But I don't really understand why. The main reason is video processing is just something that takes computing power and needs memory. And the other reason is that at that time, my code was pretty shit.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't know that, so I just scaled up the cloud server and called it a day. Day 5 was probably my favorite. My brain worked properly again, and the only thing I had to do was continue building out the user interface. And with the rebuilt backend, it was now super easy to generate progress updates, meaning that the user could see every step along the way what the server was doing. Alright, so the last day of these projects, usually I would like to have a day where it's all chill, the product is done, and you just build around some of the features to make it nice to work with or to use. But today is not a day like that. Today fucking sucks. Today, I mean, in that regard, Jan is now the first user of the product, basically, because he wants to generate videos for the social channels where we want to promote this product, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And if I do it from this machine, it works. But obviously, if we have like 100 users or something, and for 50 of them it doesn't work, that's stupid. And I have one thing that has been bothering me every day, which is the problem with the excessive memory again. And there were still so many other things that I needed to code up, which is why at that moment I felt a bit overwhelmed. So I tried to fix the memory usage as quickly as I could, which in 2024 means I hit up ChatGPT, which couldn't help me, which meant that I then had to find a different way. Put it into Claude AI, Claude Sonic. I don't know how to either pronounce Claude or this. I don't know why they gave it that name. And I was not the only one feeling a bit low after this week. Yeah, I'm exhausted. How are you feeling?
Tired. It was pretty rough. We basically did nothing else. We went out for 1 or 2 times for dinner.
Yeah, and we didn't even eat properly.
No. I lost some pounds.
But Jan was not the biggest loser this week. I was. Because I was still struggling with the memory problem and growing increasingly more frustrated with it. Here it says extract frames. That's that function. It crashes. It usually doesn't crash. I don't know if I... Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I keep saying that it usually doesn't crash, but then it fucking crashes. Alright, calm down. With a combination of Google and
Claude Sonnet,
I not only got rid of the memory problems, but it actually ran a lot faster too. Oh, holy shit. So with that finally out of the way, I could then build all the features I had to finish before launching, which was the payment integration, addition of watermarks for the free product, paying with package codes and more, so that by the evening, after 6 days and 64 hours of coding, we had a product to present. We're fucking done. We're fucking done.
Yeah.
100%.
I was done 3 or 4 hours ago. So.
Okay, so this is the video. It's being uploaded right now. Now I can. What do I actually have to give this context?
Maybe you can just write. Miss Buttercup is crafting something special. Maybe that's enough, I guess.
Okay, yeah, and here I'm just gonna put in my email address to say, oh, I'm gonna wait. Just send me the email when it's done. Oh. So now it says that. But now we're obviously still gonna wait for this. There we go.
All right. Looking good.
Molding the clay with precision.
Nice.
Her hands skillfully shaping, transforming that lump of clay into a beautiful creation. Just look at the focus, the concentration. This is artistry in motion. She's gliding her hands smoothly.
Oh, that's fucking weird, Jan.
That's crazy good.
You might have noticed that there's now our logo on it, as well as a guy saying
Narify AI.
To remove that, you will have to pay. And when you do, you get the original video with the new audio. There's no visual watermark.
Wow, look at Miss Buttercup. She's molding the clay with precision. Her hands skillfully.
Okay, so that's
strong.
That's the
I love Miss Buttercup in a way.
So we actually managed to build out the product in 1 week, and a week later we launched on Product Hunt and made a whopping $1.80. If I don't retire off that money, I might make another video on that launch and also on the things that I would do differently. If you want to try out Narify, just go to the site, it's completely free, and to remove the watermark you can use the code KISO2024 that is valid for 50 videos. If you have any feedback on the product or the video or want to know anything else about that week, let me know. Otherwise, I hope I see you in the next one.